Hi, thanks for joining me. It's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine, and I'm here with another Tuesday tip video tutorial for you this week. We are going to be making this card here, and it does feature the Butterfly Gala stamp set and coordinating punch from the annual catalog. So I wanted to show off a kind of cool and different way to color your butterfly, and pretty much all of them will come out differently. So I'm going to start with a piece of Whisper White Cardstock. It measures 2.5 inches by 4 inches. We're going to do the coloring on this piece. I'm using my Stampin Blends. So let me just show you this little tray. Stampin' Up! Now has storage by Stampin' Up!, so there is storage designed right for the Stampin' Blend, so I just kind of wanted to point this out to you really quick. You get space for 3 colors because you have a light and a dark of each color. So I set mine up like this with my light and my dark right next to each other. Then they're stackable containers, so you can stack them on top of each other. So I'm going to be using my light Highland Heather and my light Night of Navy. And pretty much what I'm going to do is just scribble in the middle. I'm just going to scribble some of my Highland Heather. This is going to be the body or middle body of the butterfly. And then I'm just going to do Night of Navy around it, and it's okay if I go over the middle a little bit. Actually, on the second one I kind of went all the way around it. You could use the light and the dark if you wanted to add more variations of color. So then I'm going to come right over the top with my Memento ink and my butterfly stamp. So this stamp it matches the punch, so it coordinates with the butterfly duet punch. So you get 2 stamps on each one to coordinate with the punch. So then, because it's photopolymer, I can kind of see where my purple is in the middle and kind of where I think I want it, and then I'm just going to go right down. Press and hold for a couple seconds. Hopefully I like how it looks. It looks pretty good. And then I'm going to bring over my coordinating punch and just stick this right in. I made it a little bit longer so I have something to hold on to up the top. And sorry if you can see my head. Lining this one up is a little bit tricky. Ow, that was my finger. Don't do what I did and get your finger stuck in the punch. But there you go. So depending on how much you scribble in the middle and then go over it, you'll kind of get a different look each time, which I think is kind of neat and different. Okay, so then why don't I just do my stamping? I'm going to stamp the sentiment on my card front. I have a Highland Heather card front, and I have my Hello Beautiful stamp. And I'm just going to stick with the black. I also use Night of Navy, and I could have probably done this in Night of Navy. I just have the black handy, so I'm just going to stick with it. Okay. And then I'm ready to add up my layers. So I have a Night of Navy piece that is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, a Whisper White piece that is 3 by 3. I have a Whisper White circle that I cut out with the stitched shaped dies. It's the second largest of the circles. And we're just going to add these layers together. For my butterfly, I'm just going to use one glue dot in the center. And of course that's because I want to be able to kind of fluff the wings. So by putting just a glue dot in the center, you can kind of fluff the wings a little bit, which is kind of neat. And I'm actually going to put 2 dimensionals, one at the top and one at the bottom for the butterfly. Okay, and then I'm ready to do my ribbon. So I did my ribbons at a diagonal, and I have 3 strips. They are 4.5 inches long. I'm just going to put a little bit of snail right in the middle. We're going to cover this all up. Then I'm going to put my ribbons on at an angle. I can always cut them if I think they're a little bit too long. And I can always add a little more snail if I think I need it. So I just overlapped all 3 of them. Then I'm ready to take the backings off, add my butterfly. Okay. Then to finish it off, I wanted to add a little bit of bling. And in my first sample, I went pretty crazy and added about 7. And then I decided to scale back and only do 3. So I put 1 in the middle of the butterfly. Then I put 2 up in the corner. But it's your card, so if you want to play along and make this card at home, embellish until your heart desires. Okay, so now I am just ready to bring back my card base and adhere with a little bit of liquid glue to my card base. Then I might need to trim my ribbons a little bit if they hang over at all. Whoops, that's totally upside down. So, wanted to make sure you were paying attention there. So if my ribbons go over the edge, I can give them a little bit of a trim. They're actually not so bad on this side, but this side they're a little bit long. So we'll just kind of come over and give them a little bit of a haircut. Okay, so there we have it. That's my card for today. I hope you'll try coloring a background with your blends and then stamping over the top to kind of get a cool, different effect on your cards. Please leave me a comment by Monday, August 5th for a chance to win this card in the mail from me for tuning in this week. Thanks so much for joining. I'll be back next week with another project to share.